Hi.
We're here. It's Sunday.
Yeah, Fox 10 Talks, and I'm here, Ashlie Rodriguez, here with Trenton, our EP, because Brian is out.
Yes, he decided to leave us today, shamefully. So I hope he's watching at home. I hope he's on his couch, and I hope he's thinking right now, I should be here. I should be talking. But no, he's not. So thanks, Brian. Appreciate it.
Seriously, there's so much news these days.
I know.
It feels like when you finally get home, you just want to just hide from everything that's happening. Every single day, there's so many developments.
I know. And so much on the world stage, too, where we're learning about places that we never thought would be in our lexicon.
I turned on the headlines today and I saw a guy in London. Did you see the London embassy, the Iranian embassy? He climbed up and he was taking down the Iranian flag. So there's protests breaking out in Israel, Iran, London, obviously here. It's just so much to take in. So Brian, you enjoy your time off.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and there was a report that came out, Fox News was talking about that President Trump is considering military action for a solution with Greenland, and what they were talking about with that. Is it going to be a buy deal or is it going to be a military action? Don't know. I mean, did you ever think that we would have Greenland possibly in the discussion?
And what's crazy is I thought the whole thing with Ukraine and Russia was, hey, Russia, you have to respect the sovereign nation.
Right.
And then we just go into Venezuela and we're like, no, we're going to take over. And then with Greenland, same thing. I was reading that Greenland is strategic because of where it is.
Right.
If they wanted to do nuclear weapons or ICBMs, and I say they, Russia, China, Iran, that would be the key spot we want to be in to stop those ballistic missiles. Yes.
But I thought you raised a good point where I was listening to an interview with the president's advisor, Stephen Miller, was discussing about Denmark's claim and sovereignty over Greenland, saying that, what does it matter that 500 years ago they decided that they wanted, Greenland and they got it? I would think that, any moral high ground for us in the future is kind of the legs are out on that, if that's the mindset that we're going to be going by with our foreign diplomacy. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
This administration is
interesting
wild.
Year so far for 2026.
Well, what about Taiwan? I mean, if you're China, you're like, well, Taiwan's ours then, right?
Right. I think the post-World War II, at least mindset of what the United States leading the country, or being the world's most superpower with how we want to roll with diplomacy. I think we're rewriting it right now as we speak.
Yeah.
It's
wild.
Fascinating. But if we could, go back to what's happening in Minnesota. I mean,
let's just
you've been
focus
following
on
this pretty closely.
This country. So obviously you had all the protests yesterday. And now we have Kristi Noem going on record for all the Sunday shows. She was on with Jake Tapper on CNN. And when we were watching the protests yesterday, we were hearing a lot of protesters say they rushed to judgment. We should have an investigation. It feels like they don't care for the people, that they're just automatically defending the actions of these officers. Well, she came out on the Sunday shows, Kristi Noem, and did just that. And Jake Tapper kind of pushed her on, shouldn't you have waited to call Renee Good a domestic terrorist? Shouldn't you have waited for the result of an investigation? And she's just like, no, what she did. And she's just hardlining it, which is not usual protocol for our elected leaders and our leaders of our law enforcement departments to just go without investigation and just off the hip, shoot from the hip. And this is what it is. Right. If we watch that exchange real quick, I found it fascinating.
The first thing you said was, quote, what happened was our ICE officers were out in an enforcement action. They got stuck in the snow because of the adverse weather that is in Minneapolis. They were attempting to push out their vehicle, and a woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over and rammed them with her vehicle. That's not what happened. We all saw what happened.
It absolutely is what happened. Those officers had been out in enforcement action. A vehicle had been stuck. They had come to help get that vehicle out. That's when this individual started blocking traffic for minutes and minutes.
You said that the woman attacked them and surrounded them and attempted to run them over and ram them with their vehicle.
Blocked the road for a long time and was yelling at them and impeding a federal law enforcement investigation. And that's what you need to focus on, Jake, is they were breaking the law by impeding and obstructing a law enforcement operation. They were breaking the law already, and these officers were doing their due diligence and what their training had prepared them to do. to make sure they were handling it appropriately.
You said within hours of her being killed, you said that she was a domestic terrorist. How do you define domestic terrorist?
She weaponized her vehicle to conduct an act of violence against a law enforcement officer and the public. They are doing that.
How can you assert with certainty that she was trying to hurt the officer as opposed to she was trying to flee the scene?
If you look at what the definition of domestic terrorism is, it completely fits the situation on the ground. This individual, as you saw in the video that we released just 48 hours after this incident, showed that this officer was hit by her vehicle, she weaponized it, and he defended his life and those colleagues around him and the public.
Yeah. Wow.
Lots to unpack there for sure. I did think it's interesting, though, just like you mentioned, with the normal procedure with our federal bureaucracies. And of course, this is led by people that are put into those positions. But the unelected people that are, the FBI agents, the DOJ investigators, our U.S. attorneys, as they're going in the course of their job, there's investigations to be had. There's procedures to be followed because, again, we have a constitution to follow, but it seems as if at least some of the wording there with intent, like that's already been established, when I feel like, again, I'm still back on Wednesday where there's so much we don't know about what happened here. We've seen videos, we've heard a lot of people talking about it, but at least as far as the reason why Renee Good was there, what was happening, I feel like we could make assumptions, but we don't have her, obviously, to defend herself in this.
Yeah, and I find myself in debates with friends and stuff about this, and at the end of the day, she was hampering law enforcement, right? So, like, any kind of protection she would have is gone. And so what a lot of people are hoping for is at least ICE and Department of Homeland Security would at least have some heart about it and try to avoid killing people.
Yeah.
But it's almost like they're signaling, we don't care. If you mess with us at all, we have the right to do whatever we want. And it's a scary place. But
well, like you just heard the secretary there say that she felt very strongly still that it's an act of domestic terrorism with what happened. And it does feel a little reminiscent. I mean, you grew up in the environment with post 9/11, how that was. I did too. And I remember kind of the callousness of, these people are committing these crimes against the nation, or at least taking action in that way that you kind of get what you deserve on that.
And it's funny because it's not funny, but it's worth noting that the Trump administration does not care about the optics at all because they announced that they're going to be sending even more ICE agents and Border Patrol into Minneapolis. So it's like, it's not even that they're even going to pull back and they're going to try to calm the situation down. No, they're going for it. And I think the New York Post had a headline about all of the people that they've been able to detain. They are calling violent criminals. And a lot of these guys do have rap sheets.
Yeah.
So they're like, hey, we're successfully doing what we said we wanted to do.
Yeah.
Stay out of our way.
Yeah. And I think we have a quick clip from DHS. They posted an update about an hour ago on X with talking about some of those people that I think the secretary called the worst of the worst that they were there to get. Can we play that?
More malicious treatment in Minneapolis after a Hilton hotel canceled the reservation of federal law enforcement. Hilton has taken action, and that hotel is no longer a Hilton location. This week, Secretary Noem was on the front lines in Minneapolis and accompanied law enforcement as they went after the worst of the worst. The operation led to the arrest of an Ecuadorian illegal alien convicted of robbery and wanted for murder and sexual assault. ICE is not allowing unjust behavior and assaults against them to stop them from doing the right thing, removing criminal illegal aliens from.
Yeah.
Intense.
It is
sure.
intense. And the more that they dig in their heels, I'm sure folks on the left are going to dig in their heels.
Yeah.
And I don't see how this is resolved.
No. And I mean, Wednesday, we were talking about it as all this was breaking is where are leaders to take their feet off the gas on this? I mean, who's going to come in and try to lower the temperature, say, hey, we're all Americans, sure, there's law and order that we need to follow. But at the end of the day, this woman, Renee Good, was an American citizen. She did have a family. Where's the humanity in it? And more importantly, moving forward, what's the vision of our country? You know, I think we're all still kind of waiting for that. And
so as we watch this happen domestically, abroad, are we going to war? And then in our own pocketbooks, we're all just waiting for the affordability to be fixed and bring housing prices down and jobs and salaries to go up. So I think there's it's January 10th? And tension is a brewing.
We still have a full month to go, so be interesting to see what February brings.
Yeah, and then in other news, here, I didn't know cockfighting rings still existed.
I know, it was definitely a throwback.
Who wants to watch a cockfighting ring?
Yes, but now it's bigger than I think we think, and
especially with DraftKings. Can't you just sports bet on your phone?
Yes, and but the Far West Valley, we got the call yesterday into our newsroom that there was a ring that was happening out in Tonopah, and I believe it led to dozens of arrests, and there were a few roosters that were dead out there in this ring, this bus, but SWAT had to be brought in, and it was a whole ordeal, pretty wild. So
just
I know
crazy. I wonder if it's lucrative. So if you're interested in that report, we're going to have more coming up on our Fox 10 at 5 on. Welcome back. We're here with Hans talking about some glitz and glamour on the red carpet and the movies. Are you a movie watcher, Trenton?
I am. New movies I need to get into a little bit more, but I think since COVID, I haven't hit the theaters as much.
Yeah.
I'm still I need to get back into it. So what about you?
Yes. I just saw Avatar. But that was the first movie I'd seen since Gladiator 2 in theaters. So I haven't been going to the theaters either.
Yeah.
But I might need to go for Hamnet. I might need to go. I don't know if I can wait. I want to see it so bad.
Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it.
What do you think the big winners are going to be tonight?
I know. I think Marty Supreme just seems like the biggie.
What is this movie?
Right. It's a great one. I really enjoyed it. It's got a slew of awards, a slew of nominations. It's already earned some awards. It's directed by Josh Safdie. It centers around a hustler who wants to be a world champion ping pong player. That's his goal, and he he's on an all-out effort to become a table tennis champion and tries to make it to Japan for a big tournament, even though he really doesn't have the resources to do so. And it seems like with every scene, there's a new obstacle, there's a new surprise, and the stakes keep getting higher and higher. It kind of reminded me a little bit, in addition to the other Safdie brothers movies like Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler, which is a real good one, or Good Time with Robert Pattinson. It reminded me a little of the one you talked about yesterday that I just loved, Rose Byrne in If I Had Legs.
What was it?
If I Had Legs, I'd kick you.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of that, in the sense of just anything that could go wrong would go wrong. There's a lot of energy in this, and
Unintentional comedy.
Yes, yeah, and a lovely chemistry between Timothy Chalamet, who of course is up for acting award tonight in the Golden Globes, but also Gwyneth Paltrow. They have this May-December, I guess you could call it a romance, romantic coupling that's kind of a fun.
Isn't there a substantial age difference?
Big, right?
Okay.
like 30 years, I'm going to say.
Wow.
And Odessa Zion's amazing. She's from the new HBO show I Love L.A. Earned a Screen Actors Guild Award for this, and I just love the way also that the movie's set in the 1950s, but there's music not only from the time period, but there's 80s music, anachronistic music, which is an interesting choice, and yet somehow it works. Mostly it's instrumentals, and yet somehow it really works, especially the lyrics that are used in the final song of the movie. So this is a real popular one. I think this one and of course. I think Leonardo DiCaprio.
One battle after another.
Yeah,
right.
Did you see that, Trenton?
Ooh, so good.
Yeah, it was
so good. I was a big fan. Yeah,
really good.
And just how Paul Thomas Anderson did that whole film, I think's really fascinating.
Yeah,
so, and the source material too. You could
I
tell.
feel like Sean Penn's got to win for one battle after another.
Yes, right.
Benicio
Great
del Toro, if he doesn't pick
Yeah.
up supporting.
Yeah,
Should win all the awards.
Yeah, amazing.
totally.
Yeah.
Now, award shows have kind of gone down in popularity. So we'll see. What's the host? Do you know the host?
It's Whitney Cummings.
Nikki Glaser.
No.
Or Nikki
You're right,
Glaser?
Nikki Glaser. Yeah.
Cummings would be great too. Yeah.
Yeah, so I heard her talking about how she's got her jokes ready. She's going to roast some people. She's a little scared to roast Julia Roberts. That's what she said. She's like, I guess the unspoken rule is you cannot roast Julia Roberts,
Oh, interesting.
who's supposed to be in attendance tonight.
Oh.
But we'll see if this is well watched, because I feel like people are kind of just like over it a
Yeah,
little bit.
they need to get Ricky Gervais back in.
I know.
Just roast everybody,
Oh, man.
including Julia Roberts. That'd
He
be
would go
amazing.
straight to the Epstein
Flamethrower.
list. You know he would.
Or Chris
Exactly.
Rock. Chris Rock. We need Chris Rock.
Yeah, exactly.
The
The great uniter, really. Slays everybody. Be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there is a movie coming out Thursday that I saw last night called The Coral. That I can see why this
Historical drama?
Historical drama. I can see why this movie did not come out a month ago, where it would be an awards contender. Instead, they kind of sneak it in early January. It's only got like a 64% critics rating.
So no one liked it.
Some people, obviously some of them liked it, but yeah, Nicholas Hidner is the director. It's set in 1916, the Yorkshire Choral Society.
Oh, I love that actor. What is
looking
his
for,
name?
I don't know his name. But,
No, there's
Ray Fiennes is in it.
Ray Fiennes.
Ray
Ralph,
Fiennes is
Ralph
in it.
Fiennes.
Yeah. He plays the director of this new chorus. They're trying to find 50 people to perform, but all the men have gone off to war in World War I, so they're trying to find male voices. And he's a bit of a hardliner, and finds a character, Dr. Henry Guthrie, has spent several years in Germany, so he's kind of a pariah in the community. He's kind of aghast when some of his new friends celebrate the deaths of Germans who were once his old friends. And when the composer of the Horatio realizes they've tinkered with his work, the composer's just aghast. It's a little dry. This is a little dry. It's a movie that's hard to crack, to be honest. If I were not reviewing it, I do not know if I would have finished it, to be honest.
Oh,
But,
really?
Well, I have to.
Even with the singing, because I'm
the
watching
singing
the
is amazing.
preview. It looks fun.
The singing is amazing. They have angelic voices, but fantastic singing does not a fantastic movie make necessarily. But,
Okay.
I think some will enjoy it. I think if one is a fan of historical dramas, you might really like it.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan. There's got to be a lot of humor in it for me to.
You know
be taken
who
by
is a fan of historical drama
that?
musicals is Brian Webb.
I see.
Yeah,
Can't
so
tell
I-
if you're being sarcastic or not.
No,
Really?
I mean, yeah, he's
Really?
quite known for his musicals and how he loves them so much. So I think if you did go to the theater, you might see Brian Webb today.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
yeah,
He sings a lot during the break.
he does.
Oh, yes.
Right. Ashley's
Yeah.
very familiar
I wouldn't
with
say he sings
musical
well.
acumen.
Hear him singing 80s tunes across the
Right,
newsroom.
right.
During
Always
the
a
day.
song in his step,
Yes,
for sure.
Yes. Well, maybe he'll like this one,
Okay.
and I think anyone born in the first half of the 20th century might enjoy it too, I should say. I think I was the youngest person in the theater.
If they're still alive, yes.
Yeah. One more, Jeff, or one more. I
absolutely.
really want to talk about. It's called The Mastermind, and I've never seen such a difference between critics' rating and the audience rating. 90% critics liked this movie, 50% of audiences liked this movie. So like a 40% gap. It's a movie film. It is streaming right now on the movie service. You can also rent it at home.
I don't trust audiences.
No, yeah, I do.
You know what I mean? Like the average person, they don't get it. They don't get it. The critics, they're the ones that are looking for the art and the cinematography and the music and the score and the dialogue. So
I feel like it depends on the genre because there's a lot of genres that like I feel critics just go into, they're going to hate it. But
it's a good movie.
But it's a good movie. And I feel like the audience, and it depends on the genre.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this was directed by Kelly Reichardt. She's known for slow burn movies, like Wendy and Lucy, which was Michelle Williams playing a homeless woman who lost her dog. You know, just sort of these really simple stories. This one is about a man played by Josh O'Connor who is sort of hatches this plan to steal 4 artworks from the Framingham Art Museum, a Boston suburb. And it's, timely in the sense of the recent art heist, at the Louvre. But Josh O'Connor is actually in Spielberg's upcoming movie Disclosure Day. And he just does a fantastic job in this. And you wonder what the heck he's thinking this whole time. It's ironic the title's Mastermind because it's something he is not. It's really a story
to resell this art.
Yeah,
he's trying to make some money.
Yeah, and you came to learn that he has this idea because an old art teacher might be able to sell them for him. But ultimately, it's just like, what are you thinking, dude? It's a story about the bad choices people make. He's so self-assured as he plots out a path that could lead to his ruin.
Why do you think the audiences didn't like it as much?
I know. I think it's her slow pace. To be honest, Kelly Reichardt. I mean, I loved a couple of her movies that I saw, Certain Women and Wendy and Lucy. But another one of her movies I saw, Meek's Cutoff. I was just waiting for it to end the whole time. In the theater, I'm just like, this is just, my husband loved it. He's like, that was great. And I was like, it didn't do anything. It didn't go anywhere. So it might be one of these things where it might just be too slow for some audiences. But if you like slower movies or you like independent films, this is a good one. It's a great one, I thought.
So is this one more about like the character development and them drawing it out?
It really is. Yeah. It's definitely character driven. And it's about the bad choices people make, and I would definitely say, though, it's worth trying it out on the movie service. I get it once in a while just because there's so many new movies on this service. But yeah, you can watch it at home and
love it.
It's a good one. Yeah.
Okay, so Best Motion Picture, Frankenstein, Hamnet,
which was
It Was Just an Accident,
Yep.
Sentimental Value, Sinners, and The Secret Agent. Those are all up for Best. I still have not seen Sinners. I'm going to try to watch it this weekend.
You might like it if you like horror movies.
But a horror movie winning Best Picture,
I know.
the Golden Globes, do we think that's going to happen? Yeah. I know Frankenstein did well right at the, what was the most recent film festival that they had? It was in Palm Springs.
Yeah. Oh, okay, gotcha.
But I know it picked up pretty well out there, but I thought that was interesting with Frankenstein.
Yeah.
But prediction, what do you think? Best Picture.
I am tempted to say Frankenstein, which I know it seems unlikely, but I think it's possible. It's such a great film, and Jacob Elordi did such a great job as the monster.
And then Best Picture for musical or comedy, that's where you're getting the Marty Supremes and One Battle After Another, which is crazy. Is that a comedy?
Tough one, right? I know.
I'm going to say no on my...
It has some funny moments.
It has hilarious moments, right?
What time is it? Yeah, the fact it can't...
But yeah, I think the main takeaway...
Stark contrast to the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
I sort of think Marty Supreme, though, might edge. I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't know on that one.
You just need Jim Downey in your movie. It's a comedy.
Sure.
Oh, so Julia Roberts is there because she's nominated for After the Hunt?
Oh, okay.
I didn't see that.
What's After the Hunt?
I don't know. And that's the thing with some of these awards is like half the people watching tonight have not seen any of these movies.
Right.
True. This is so artsy-fartsy a little bit.
Yeah.
It's true. There are a lot. There's a lot to catch up on. And the whole month of January, we'll all be catching up on some of these movies, no doubt.
You're our resident expert, of course, on all things cinema. With the Golden Globes compared to the Oscars, like what's your feeling on like the voting? Is it kind of the same pool of people that go into it, at least like knowledge-wise? Or
from what I understand, Golden Globes is like the international audience, and it's actually much smaller. I don't know the number, but I want to say it's like a couple hundred or maybe 300 now.
Yeah.
And they tried to diversify it a lot after
it's like international
in the last few
press.
Years.
Am I wrong?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Whereas Academy Awards is a much bigger pool of people. A lot of the people in the industry. You've got people like I mean, I don't think Ernest Borgnine is still alive, but people who just like been around for decades who are still.
I believe he's still driving that cab in Escape from New York.
Yes, you got a lot of older people, so I think they tend to be a little more conservative. That's my guess.
Okay. But I mean, like picks overall, like do they in your opinion, do they match up most years, or is it like Golden Globes will go out with a really weird choice, where the Oscars, I think it's kind of predictable?
I feel like they're a little more commercial somehow. The Golden Globes, I could be wrong on that, but that's my take on it. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see
so
what
it'll be
happens.
interesting to see what happens tonight.
Yeah. All right.
That'd be good.
All right.
Well, thanks, Hans.
Yeah, thank
and
you.
how much time do we have left, guys?
Not enough.
Not enough.
Not enough.
Enough time in the
All right,
world.
so we're going to go back to getting ready for Fox 10 News at 5. And yes, tune in to just catch up with what the world's doing. There's a lot
We've got it all.
happening.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't have time to talk about Iran with what's happening there. but-
with all these protests, they are blaming Trump for the protests. So,
yeah.
well, the Ayatollah is, of course,
Yeah.
I saw, but it was interesting to see. I know Reuters had a lot of videos showing the signs, asking from the protesters, asking Trump to intervene. That was interesting to see. And I saw the president, of course, was contemplating a military strike on Iran.
We wonder if Elon can move Starlink over because they killed the internet in the country. So
Right.
you wonder if Trump could tell Elon to do that. I don't know.
and it's so funny because I think he tweeted, right? Like, if you touch a protester, we're going to come after you, talking
Right.
to Iran.
You start firing shots, we will too.
And then
Yeah.
Renee Good shot in the face 3 times. So, and then they're just
Lots to
like,
go on.
deal with it.
Yeah.
The irony there.
It's true.
So, yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see how this plays out.
Yeah. 5 o'clock. We'll be there.
All right. Thanks,